Hi, you guys. So, I made a decision with the help of you guys as well to put the extra income from this paycheck and from this hmm, excuse me, you guys. I'm very anxious right now. Oh my goodness. So, yeah, I'm going to put the money up for building up my emergency fund. I don't know what next paycheck will bring. We'll see. We shall see. Once again, you guys know I am not getting that extra like $400 per month for the next couple of months. Which once again, it is not a bad thing, but that's $400, and let's see, that's $800 for the rest of this year that I'm not going to be having. So why am I anxious? Oh my goodness. So, was it? So I had my psychologist appointment. That's like the therapist on Monday. And I have been putting this homework assignment off for a while. I have. So what I'm supposed to do is write a letter to my husband. Now, if you guys are just joining, my husband was murdered. Oh my goodness, how long ago? 6 years ago, 2013. He actually died in the car with me and my son as we were trying to get him to a hospital. And he was 25, I was 25. And it wasn't always the best. Our relationship, it wasn't always the best. Me and him are totally opposites from each other. How we were raised, how we grew up, and how we valued life and people. But I'm sorry. I will say, when he passed, I went through it for a bit, and then I've always dealt with depression since I was young, so it's nothing new. It wasn't from a traumatic event. I really just think it just runs in the family. Even though people in my family never talk about it, I'm pretty sure it could. I mean, I don't think it's just, I don't know. It could just be me and my family that has it. Who knows? But a lot of people in the black community, nobody really talks about depression. It's starting to be a little bit easier now for people to start talking about it, but back in the day, that was like a no-go. You don't talk about that. You're not crazy. That's what people thought. You're depressed. You're crazy, right? Um, so I really kept everything to myself. So, anyways, this homework assignment is for me to write a letter to my husband. And I put this off for like a month and some change now. And I will say, when my husband passed, I thought I was gonna go crazy. Um, my husband passed 6 months after my mom passed, and it's just like it was just a lot going on. So I ended up going on medication. That was my first time ever speaking with a doctor about my depression. before I was able to talk it out, I had my mom, had my husband, things like that, have family around. So that's how I dealt with my depression without medication. But when it was just me and my son, we moved down to Virginia. It was just like, I can't, I just can't. So, what am I saying? I'm sorry, you guys. So, this assignment, the medication, I feel like throughout all these times, the medications for my emotions have been suppressed. But now that I'm on Tranquilix, and that's the only medication I'm on, I'm actually able to feel emotions, and I really miss my husband a lot. I miss my parents too. But when the psychologist asked me, who do you miss the most out of your parents and your husband, who do you miss the most? And I had to say my husband. And the reason for that is because, when you give your all for something or to somebody, there's no what ifs, Oh, I wish I could have. Oh, what if this, I didn't feel that with my parents. I gave them my all. I wouldn't want to change anything about our relationship, how I treated them, anything, But, so that's why I missed them, but I had to say I miss my husband the most because our relationship was really rocky. I dealt with physical, emotional, financial abuse. And I had to leave. Me and my son, we ended up being homeless, like going to a domestic violence shelter twice. Up and leaving everything, leaving a good paying job. There's just so much stuff that I've gone through, you guys. And to the point that people, and even myself, thought one day he is going to kill me, But at the same time, I know probably emotionally and mentally, my husband was going through things as well. But as I mentioned, in our community, or in the Black community, or just in any community, but especially in the Black community, nobody really talks about mental issues. At the same time, I knew he was a good person, but there was just so many things. I met him when I was 18. He died when he was 25. And there were times where I just had to leave him for safety reasons, for me and my son. And even though we were together for that long, we took breaks, There were breaks in our relationship. And as I have matured, I felt like I've always been mature. But as I look back and where I see where I am now, and I mean throughout our relationship, when you're young, you are quick to act versus thinking and things like that. I just wish there was a lot of, I don't know, you guys. So I have to write this letter. And she was like, this will help you, kind of hone in on those feelings and get them out. So yeah, I definitely wish she was here to see Jamez grow up. Jamez is such a big boy. Oh my goodness. Ooh, he would have a field day with his son right now. But yeah. It's amazing. But I just feel from my point of view, my love would have been so much stronger now because of how I would view him. And is that because he's gone? No, I just think I have matured so much My respect for him would have changed, because sometimes when you go through situations, you say you forgive a person, but you hold that against them, you know? And I don't know if he would have changed for the better, but I know I would have. And I think that what hurts me the most, because I personally would want it to have been a better person. I wasn't a bad person, I wasn't a bad wife, but the way I would talk and treat him, I just wish towards as our years went on together, I did start to have more respect. I would have held my tongue. So I know I was progressing, but now it's been 6 years and I'm just like, wow, where would we have been right now? You know? So yeah, it's just those what ifs. If I could have changed this, it's just like you're so young. When you get married, you're supposed to be with this person when you grow old. Yes, till death do you part. And unfortunately, death came early for him, but I don't know, you guys. So I do have to write this letter. I was supposed to write it yesterday. But as I'm sitting here on the couch with Luna, I was anxious because of this letter. And as I mentioned, I've been putting this letter off. I even canceled one of my appointments with the psychologist before, because I'm just like, she's going to ask me, did I write the letter? And I don't want to say, no, I did it, I do want to write this letter to him. I will get it done. She wants me to read it to her as well. But, this is stages, and I'm doing better with my depression, with my anxiety or feeling anxious. I feel like I'm a lot better. But there's instances, here I am thinking about writing this letter, and it tears me. It gets me going, inside. So that's why I thought I would share that with you guys. This is for me too, this video. But besides that, you guys, I do have to cook. I don't know. I don't want to cook. I don't feel like doing anything. I have to work in a little bit. I have been thinking about Amazon and my full-time job. Sorry. So for Amazon and my full-time job, I'm thinking, like, as of November 12th, I do want to put in a request to see if I can change my hours. If I can change my hour at work when I do have to go full-time, for it to be easier on me and my son, not my son, but easier on me as a mom, because for me to work from 3 to midnight, I feel like it will take a lot out of me, and I won't see my son when he gets home, and then I'll start feeling bad. So I do want to ask to see it, but before I ask, I have to try to figure out what is my game plan. Do I want to work like 10 to 6? I may get put on a different team, which that's okay. But this is stuff that I do have to think of, because unfortunately November 12th will be here before we know it. And I do want to make sure that I'm able to take care of my home, take care of my son and myself, and that 10 to 12 shift is not going to work for me anymore. My son is not homeschooled. He goes to regular school, and I want to have quality time with him. So yeah, these are things that I've been thinking about. Oh my goodness. Well, I'm happy I got to share this with you guys. Oh my goodness. Hopefully I'll feel a little bit better. I will get this letter done. My next appointment is on Tuesday, and hopefully I'll have it done by then, or at least start it. At least start it. And we'll see how this really helps me with my emotions and my feelings. I Feeling emotion to me is a wonderful thing. It is a wonderful thing. You don't feel like a robot, you know. To feel emotion, like she like, how do you feel? I'm like, I feel really good because I feel emotion or feelings, and it's wonderful. I feel like I haven't felt emotions for a while, you guys. And but yeah, one thing is my husband, there's just like so many what ifs, and pain that's where my pain comes to. So sorry for giving you guys the ugly cry. But as I mentioned, this video is also for myself, and hopefully I can calm down, and we'll see what life brings. I did do like some twist out on my hair. I didn't comb it out or anything, and I was gonna do like some little cornrows in the front, but I didn't get around to it. So yeah, talk to you guys soon. Bye.